So let's get ourselves settled. We can sit for a little bit of centering first. So find a comfortable seat. Build yourself in. And let yourself go a little. And use whatever props you need to make yourself comfortable. So even if you want blankets under your feet, that can be really nice for cushioning the ankles. Cushions under the thighs or under the knees to, just to kind of support your hips a little bit. And sitting up on something elevates the hips to make sitting tall a little bit easier for a little bit longer. So then just allow your spine to lengthen, shoulders to drop, and just settle in. Take a moment with your eyes open to drink in your surroundings. Acknowledge where you are, the noises around you. And we're going to be taking it nice and easy this morning, offering ourselves a little bit of self-care, self-love. So maybe take a moment now before we start to set your intention for maybe along those lines of being kind to yourself. These days where our routines are varied, I suppose, and different from their usual. Like I find myself beating myself up a lot about the lack of progress in a day, the lack of things achieved in a day, or even just not being able to come up with enough things. I know there are jobs out there, but it's that motivation to kind of keep looking around the house and around the garden at things we still need doing. It's just hard to find the motivation sometimes. Hard to even notice what's there when you're in it all of the time. So that's the kind of thing now, to set the intention to give yourself a break. If you want a day where you don't do a whole pile of jobs, then that's okay. And we'll just come to our breath then. Just start to notice the way it's moving in and out. Maybe finding a little bit more release on your exhale. So allowing yourself to, really land down into your seated position a little bit more, relaxing the buttocks and relaxing the muscles around the hips. And just taking some time to kind of soothe the body into position, but soothe into the breath and soothe the nervous system as we go. And then we'll start bringing the breath into balance. So I'll count with you today. And we'll start with a count of 4, inhale, 4, exhale, to balance the breath. And we'll build it up to 5 and then maybe to 6. But if this counting doesn't suit you, if the length of my count doesn't suit your breath, feel free to adjust it to your own. So let's all take a deep breath in together now for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll build up to 6 now. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just let yourself take a few more breaths, finding a rhythm that works for you, whether you're staying at 6, going beyond, or shortening, whichever feels natural. Take a few more breaths, staying somewhat aware of the count, or at least of keeping balance. And exhaling then next time just to release and let go of the count. We're going to practice a little Nadi Shodhanan today, which is our alternate nostril breathing. So I'm going to get you to use your right hand. I'm using my right hand. We're going to press our first 2 fingers into the eyebrow center, in the third eye position in the forehead. And the thumb will rest by your right nostril, and the ring finger will hover by your left nostril. And we're going to use those 2 fingers to close each nostril one at a time and breathe in and out through alternate nostrils. So let's take a deep breath in. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe out through your left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close left, out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5. In right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left. In left. 3, 4, 5, 6. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5. In right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5. In right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Out left. 3, 4, 5, 6. And rest your hand And shake out the shoulders. Let's lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Roll them back. Stretch them down. Inhale, roll forward and up and back and down, forward and up and back and down. Let's go backwards and back and up and forwards and down, back and up and forwards and down. And let's work into the neck. So on your inhale, let's start to look towards the ceiling, lengthening through the throat and the front of the neck. Lift into the sternum, so keep lengthening your spine as you look up. On your exhale, you can keep the lift in the sternum and bring your chin towards your chest. So you're lifting your chest towards your chin as well as your chin towards your chin. Inhale, let's look up. And exhale, looking down. So let's try and keep that nice slow rhythm of breath as much as possible. Bring your head back to a neutral position. And on your exhale, let's drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. I'll mirror you from here on. Inhale, coming up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the idea. So let's go to the other side again. So down to the right. This time you might like to stretch your left fingertips towards the floor and place your hand on the side of your head, so your right hand on the side of your head, to draw your head down maybe a little bit deeper to get extra stretch through the side of the neck and into the shoulder. How is your neck feeling today? Inhale, release and come up. Exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Place the hand gently on the side of the head. Just rest it there, acting as a weight. Bring your right fingertips to the floor and stretch. Release. Lengthen. Inhale. Release and come up. We're going to walk our right hand out a little bit now and bring our left arm up, straight to the ceiling. Lengthen up through that left side. And your hand doesn't have to be too far out, the right hand. So just stretch up, 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 up. So create space and length all the way from your seat through your left side. And then we're going to gently start to lean into the right hand and stretch the left arm over. So your arm is coming towards your ear and you're lengthening up and over. And it's not falling forward, it's right up beside the ear. So when you look up, you can see the ceiling. And if that works in your neck, you can look up. We're going to make sure we're pressing firmly down into our left sit bone, left buttock, resting into whatever you're resting on. Take one more nice deep breath. Inhale to come up and exhale, release the left hand down. Walk your left hand out a little bit, reach up into the right hand, inhaling, and you can have the palm facing forward initially if you like. Stretch up. And then let's turn the palm to face sideways, and then we're going to bring ourselves into our side stretch. Again, keep pressing firmly down into your right sit bone. Keep drawing in your belly. Keep your left elbow soft so you're not stiff here. You're not bringing your shoulder towards your ear. You're relaxing. If it means bringing your hand out a little bit further to give you a bit more stretch, do that. Walk your fingers out. Maybe looking up. And then coming back up to sitting. We're going to bring ourselves onto our backs. So remove the props blankets, cushions, whatever you've got, come onto your back. And we'll just ease into that position. So lying right down. Let's just see what I have planned. And you can try and go without props today. So let's just let the back settle into the ground. Keep your knees bent to start with. And just feel that lower back flattening down to the ground and being supported. So if you've been sitting for a while, I know the back can get tired until the strength has built up there. So let's let the back rest for a moment. Come back to your intention around self-care. And then we're going to start to hug in your right knee. Squeeze it in towards the chest. And at this stage, if this feels okay, you can stretch your left leg out. Press it down into the mat. We're going to do our leg cycles first of all. So we're going to do the first one really slowly. Take a few breaths at each point. On your inhale, stretch your right leg towards the ceiling and take your hands around the back of the thigh. See if you can draw it in towards you a little bit more. And straighten the knee as much as you can, as though you're stretching your heel towards the ceiling. Hug it in for another breath. Now release the hands. Let them rest on the floor. And on your exhale, start to slowly, slowly lower your leg down, keeping the legs straight, keeping the core strong, lower back pressing into the ground, and tummy muscles drawn in. And then we're going to bring our knee back to our chest. Hug it in. Okay, so the next round we're going to do without the hands. And we're going to do this 4 more times. So let's rest the hands down by the body. Inhale, stretch the right leg up. Exhale, lower it down. And bring your knee back to your chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. Belly drawn in. Knee to chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. Knee to chest. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Knee to chest. Hug it in. And then let that one go. Let it stretch out on the mat. And just take a pause, take a moment to feel and notice that right leg. Staying aware. Notice the difference between the right leg or the right hip and the left hip. The left hamstrings and right hamstrings. And then we'll start to bring in the left knee. So again, you might start with your right knee bent and your foot on the mat. And we'll hug in the left and just squeeze it in towards you. Easing in, and then see about stretching out your right leg. Right leg's already been worked a little bit, so this side might feel a little easier in some sense. And then we'll start to stretch the left leg up. Bring your hands around your thigh and start to draw your left leg in towards you. Hold it here, just giving the hamstrings a chance to stretch out, lengthen out. So it's good if you've been doing a lot of walking lately, and it's great to see so many people out walking. I've never seen so many people passing my house on a regular basis at the moment. So it's really great to see the extra bit of walking and cycling and things that are happening around. So, but the walking and cycling and running can, tighten up the hamstrings. So it is really good to take a stretch through these as often as you can. Now let's release the hands, bring them to the ground. Tighten in the tummy and exhale, slowly, slowly lower your left leg down towards the floor. And then bring your knee back to your chest. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, lower down. Knee to chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. Knee to chest. Last one. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Knee to chest. And again, take your hands around your knee, your shin, and hug it in. Exhale, let it go. Okay, so just take a moment again to notice that left leg, left hip. And we're going to go back to the right side. And this time we're going to bring the knee to the chest. I'll get in with your hands if you like. Bring the right leg straight up. Take your hands around the back of the thigh. Draw the leg in towards you a little bit deeper this time if you can. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, we're going to lift the head up so that the nose comes towards the knee. Lifting your shoulder blades clear of the ground as much as you can. Drawing in the belly. And then on the next inhale, we'll lower the head back down. And on the exhale, then we're going to lower the leg down as well. Exhale. So let's do that in a kind of it's more flowing with the breath movement. So inhale, leg up. Exhale, hands around the thigh, draw the leg in towards you. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg down. Same side, inhale, right leg up. Straight. Exhale, draw the leg in towards you, hands around the thigh. Take another deep breath in. On your exhale, lift your nose towards your knee. Inhale, lower your head down. Exhale, lower your leg down. Nice and straight and strong, core strong, back pressing into the mat. I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, draw the leg in towards you. And take another deep breath in. Exhale, head up, nose towards the knee. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg down, all the way to the ground this time. Lovely. Working the core a little bit more. So notice if you feel any of those muscles heating up. And we'll start by hugging in the left leg again, squeeze it in. Taking the first round slowly. And stretching the left leg straight up, heel to the ceiling, hands around the back of the thigh, squeezing it in towards you, feeling that extra stretch through the back of the left thigh now. Then take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, lift your head up, nose towards your knee. We'll hold it for an extra breath. And then next time you breathe in, we'll lower the head to the ground. And on the exhale, lower the leg to the ground. Now we'll flow. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, hug the leg towards you. Inhale here. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale down. Exhale, leg down. Inhale, leg back up, nice and slowly. Exhale, hands around the thigh, drawing the leg in. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, head up, nose to knee, drawing the belly muscles in. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg down. Inhale, leg up. Exhale,
Draw the leg in. Inhale here. Exhale, head up, nose to knee. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg down. And let it rest. Now, let's bend both knees. Place the right foot on top of the left thigh. Press your right knee away from you with your right hand. And here you might start to feel the stretch into the hip. And then if you feel you can take this deeper, we're going to lift the left foot off the mat. Take your hands around the left foot. You can keep your left leg bent if you like, or you can stretch it straight to the ceiling for extra hamstring stretch work. You can do that, that's okay. I'm going to soften my knee, bend my knee. And then just start to hug in your right leg towards you and see if you can activate your right knee away from you. And just feel the action, the muscles in the hip doing that rather than your hands this time. Drawing in, aware of your breath, relaxing your shoulders, engaging your core muscles a little, really pressing the lower back into the floor. Even that small action is strengthening the core. And exhale to let go. So bring the left foot back to the mat, unhook your right, change sides. Left foot in front of right thigh. Press the left knee away with your left hand. This is enough for you, stay here. Or if you want to lift your right leg off the ground, bring your hands around the right thigh. So you're bringing your left hand through the gap between the legs, threading through. And easing into your hip stretch. Again, hugging the right leg in towards you a bit more perhaps, and activating your left knee away from you. Again, notice the difference between hips. Relax the shoulders, engage the core. Remember to lift your pelvic floor, draw in your belly to engage the core. Another nice deep breath. And exhale to release. Bring both feet back onto the mat, walk them in towards the buttocks a little bit more. We're going to flow up and down into a little bridge, so let's start to peel the tailbone off the ground. And it's like you're peeling each and every vertebra off the ground, all the way up to the shoulders, the neck, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll back down. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, rolling down. That's 3. We're going to do 3 more using the arms this time. So as you inhale, I want you to lift the arms away from the floor, lift them up to point to the ceiling, and then all the way back to the floor behind your head. All the while lifting the hips high. And then on your exhale, we're going to come back down, rolling along the spine as before, and trying to get the hands back down beside you at the same time. So try and coordinate your movements of your arms and your spine, your hips. So we're inhaling, hips up, hands up. All the way back behind you, stretch. And then exhale, coming all the way back down. Inhale, last one, inhaling up, reaching up, back. And exhale, floating with control all the way back down onto the mat. Okay, let's do a little bit of twisting work into the core. So let's lift the feet off the ground, arms out to the side, maybe into cactus shape if you haven't got much space, or stretched out straight, shoulder height. On your exhale, let's lower the knees down to the right, Squeeze the legs together and really engage the core. Inhale, let's lift up. Exhale to the left. And if you want, you can turn your head in the opposite direction to bring the twist all the way to the neck, if that feels nice. Exhale to the right, head to the left perhaps. Optional. Inhale up. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, knees to the left. We'll do one more round either side. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Right, we're going to continue but hold it. So exhale to the right, let the knees come all the way to the floor if you can. And turn your head gently to look to the left. Let your breathing settle into that position, that your body and your breath settle into that position. Lengthen the breath. And inhale, lift back to center, and we'll take it over to the other side. So let's drop the knees to the left, maybe turn the head to the right. And again, just always moving with caution into our necks are delicate. They hold a heavy weight. They work hard, the muscles of the neck. The vertebrae are small there. And we're just opening up. I'm trying to keep both shoulders on the ground, grounded down. If they've lifted, try and press, especially this time, the right shoulder down. This is the one that's going to want to lift off in this case. And then gently, let's lift the knees back to center. Okay, we're going to rock ourselves or roll ourselves up to sitting. So you might prefer to roll to the side and press yourself up, or you might like to just get a little rock through the spine, come all the way up to sitting, and we'll make our way over onto all fours. So, spreading out the fingers. And we've flipped ourselves around, now facing the mat. Different parts of the body touching the mat. So just feel into that position, be aware, do everything completely mindfully, even though it's already obvious stuff. We go through so much of our day doing obvious things, but not really paying it any attention, paying it any mind. So in order to, calm our nervous system, paying attention to the minutiae is a very simple way of calming ourselves and being kind. So let's find our tabletop, straighten the back, engage the core. So we're no longer pressing our lower back into the ground, but we have to maintain that idea of drawing in the belly, flattening out the lower back in this particular case to engage the core. And we will continue with that rolling of the spine. So it's a little bit like what we did in our little bridge, lifting the tail, dropping the belly this time, looking up to arch the spine. And exhale, rounding the spine by looking back to the thighs, bring chin to chest, pushing the floor away. Feel a nice stretch between the shoulder blades here even. Inhale, look up, lift the tail, draw in the belly. Exhale, hug the belly up and in, look back to your thighs, push the floor away. Inhale, arch, exhale, round, rainbow shaped. Let's just do one more like that. Inhale, exhale. This time we're going to banana shape the body. So we're going to move the hips to the right and look over your shoulder towards the right hip with your head. So can you feel then that you've created a little banana shape, crescent moon shape, maybe you prefer to think of yourself. It's a little bit more picturesque. In all along the left side of your body, rounding and coming back to center. Shift the hips slightly to the left and look over your left shoulder towards your left hip to feel a stretch through the right side of your body. Inhale back to center. Let's do that again to the left. Exhale. To the right, sorry. Right. Inhale back to center and exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's stretch back into child's pose. So hips coming onto the heels, walking the hands out in front, and just taking a couple of breaths here. Really find length. So inch your fingers away from you. Let your head drop to the floor, or let it hang in between. If it's not quite reaching the floor, that's okay. See if you can walk your fingers away from you any little bit more and press your hips back down onto your heels another little bit. Inhale, coming up. Tuck your toes. Let's lift the hips and come into downward facing dog. And I want you to kind of walk on the spot. So bend your left knee and stretch into your right heel. Bend your right knee and stretch into your left heel, like you're kind of walking on the spot. Keep lifting your hips up and back towards the ceiling or the wall behind you. Look back to your feet and continue to walk. Moving into the ankles, moving into the toes, moving into the knees and the hips. Tightening your tummy. And then stretch up. You can keep your knees soft, but take a nice big stretch through the spine. Let your chest be pushed back towards your thighs. And then we'll soften the knees back to the ground. Okay, now we're going to move into a lunge. So I'm going to get you to shift the knees back a little bit. So they're not directly under the hips anymore. We're going to bring the right foot forward. So if you like, you can use your hand to help get it forward. And we're making sure, again, the knee is well back behind, the left knee is well back behind the hip. So you're feeling a nice stretch through the front of your left thigh and into the front of the left hip. Let's look forward and lengthen the spine as much as you can. Sinking the hips low. Now I've got my left foot flattened because that's my preference. If you prefer, you can keep your left foot tucked, like toes tucked under like that, with your foot kind of up from the ground, kind of perpendicular with the ground. Now we're going to take a couple of twists. So a nice easy one to start with. Left hand is going to stay on the ground. Right hand is going to come onto your right knee. And we're going to press into the right hand to draw the right shoulder up and back. Okay? Then we're going to reach the right arm up. And again, continue to twist. It's like you're trying to get your rib cage to face your right leg, but to face the right side of your mat. Reaching up. One more breath here. And then we're going to extend the right arm back towards the left foot. And maybe even look around at your thumb if you can. But just look around as far as you can. If that doesn't work for you, just continue to look towards the side of the mat or the direction of your right knee. Inhale, reach back up, look up. And exhale, bring your hand back to the ground. Okay, let's come back into downward dog. So tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, lift your hips up as high as you can so that you can have space to bring your right foot back. Stretch up and back. Now we're going to drop the knees again. Bring the left foot forward. And again, you can use your hand to help you bring it forward if you need to. Slide your right knee back if it feels like it's too close to your hip. Let's stretch it here. You want to find a stretch, feel a stretch. If having your knee on the mat, I should have said before, is painful for you, just make sure that you cushion it. So put a cushion or a blanket under the mat, or even just roll the mat over on its side so that you've got a double thickness there. And then just take a moment to find length in the torso, so lengthening, straightening the back as much as possible, lifting onto your fingertips, or even not even having the hands on the ground if it's hard to reach the floor. It just means using your leg strength a little bit more if you don't have your hands on the ground. Finding a nice stretch here through the front of the right hip this time. Okay, and then we'll take our twist. So the right hand is going to press into the floor, and my hand is flat. You might like to just TP up your hand if you prefer, just come onto the fingertips. On your inhale, bring your left hand onto your left knee and start to twist around to the side. And again, I'll just flip around just so that I can see you and you can see me. The left hand is on the leg, and we're using that to press into that to open our shoulder up and back, twisting our torso to the side, drawing your belly. Okay, then we're going to reach the left arm up and reach towards the ceiling. Keep sinking the hips down. If you feel that they're kind of lifted as you've lifted up, keep twisting up, looking up perhaps. And then bringing your arm back behind you as though you're reaching back for that foot. Reach, reach. Open up, tightening your tummy. Inhale, stretch back to the ceiling. And exhale, bring the hands back down to the ground. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Bring the left foot back. Stretching up and back. And in little steps, start to walk your feet up towards your hands, just as far as you can go. Soften your knees, bend your knees as much as you need to. And we'll just fold in for a moment. If you like, you can take your hands to your elbows, a nice way of drawing yourself down and dangling, getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs, and into the lower back, the glutes. Even into the shoulders here, let them dangle, let them hang, soften. Notice your breath. And then just start to become aware of the weight distribution in your feet. Notice if you're rolling out onto your baby toes and the outer edge of your feet, or if you have a tendency to press into the big toe inner arches. So whatever way you are, try if you can distribute the weight evenly, outer edge to inner edge and toes to heels. And then gently start to roll yourself up, pressing firmly down to the ground. Hair back, whoop. Hands on hair back. Now, let's straighten ourselves up. We're going to just work shoulders and upper body a little bit more now. So let's start with the shoulders rolling again, just like we did at the start, and roll them forward. And increasing that motion, let's circle the left arm back. And then circle it forward. Right arm back. 2, 3, and forward. 1, 2, 3. Both together. Back. 1, 2, 3. Forward. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Now, shake it out. And we're going to reach the right arm up, bend the elbow. See if you can reach out with your left, turn the palm out, and see if you can bring the hands together to meet behind you. And if not, just grab your t-shirt. Get your hair out the way. Grab your t-shirt for a little extra resistance. Hold on here. Otherwise, bring the hands directly together, link in. I haven't done this for a while, it's a little stiff. Amazing how you stiffen up if you're not doing all these exercises all of the time. And I have been doing my yoga every day, just not this particular one. So that goes to show. And exhale, give that a little shake out. Reach up with your left, bend your elbow, bring your hand behind your back. Your palm faces in to the top of your upper back, below the neck. Reach out with your right hand, turn the palm out and get that. So I say palm out, but really the whole action is from the shoulder. Bringing the hand behind you, finding that binding the hands, bringing them together, lengthening your left elbow towards the ceiling and drawing your right hand up if you can. Grab your t-shirt, just find something to hold on to, just create a little resistance so you can work into your shoulders for a few breaths. Exhale, release, shake it out. And then, starting with hands down beside us, grounding into the feet. I'm going to keep my feet about hip distance apart. On your inhale, reach the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, flip the palms up. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, open the hands back out so the palms are still facing the ceiling. Inhale, flip the palms to face the floor. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, up to shoulder height. Exhale, flip the palms up. So again, working from the shoulders. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, opening back out. So like the petals of a flower, but palms facing the sun. Inhale, flip, palms face down to the ground, back to the earth. Exhale, release all the way back down. We're going to do the same, but coming up onto the tippy toes. We get a nice stretch into the ankles, firming up the calf muscles, firming up the thighs as well, just for that stability, tightening in the tummy for stability as well. So let's start again. So inhale, keeping the arms or palms facing down. Exhale, flip up, heels are still on the ground. Now this time we're reaching up to the ceiling and coming onto the tippy toes, lengthening. Let's hold for a breath. We tighten in the tummy, tighten up the legs. Try not to lift the shoulders up. And then exhale, start to lower the heels, hands back to shoulder height. Inhale, flip the palms over. Exhale, come down. I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale, hands up, palms facing the floor. Inhale, exhale, flip the palms up. I always come unstuck at some stage. Inhale, lift the heels, lift the arms, reach up. Hold for a breath. Exhale, heels down, hands to shoulder height. Inhale, flip. Exhale, release, and shake it out. There's always one stage in that I will say inhale and exhale the wrong place, but that's okay. We're being kind to ourselves. We're allowing ourselves to make mistakes, as long as I haven't putting you off too much, but I think you're safe there. You're safe there. So we're going to do a little bit more tippy toe action, a little bit more engaging of the core for stability and strength. This time bending the knees and sinking down into a bit of a squat. So you can take as deep a squat as you like. I'm going to be kind of extending the hips back in our squat. Okay, trying not to let the knees come forward too much. So keep the knees somewhat, over the toes. Sit the hips back. Keep the back, as straight as you can as well. So I'll show you what I've got in mind. We're inhaling onto our tippy toes, hands straight in front this time. Exhale, bend your knees, start to sit yourself back. Keep your back straight, tummy tucked. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, float the hands down and the heels down. Okay, let's keep going. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, sitting back, sitting down. Keep the balance. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Okay, 2 more of those. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, heels and hands down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, coming to the top of your mat. We're going to finish with the sun salute. Okay, so it's not much sun today. It's kind of grey and really windy. So we're hoping this will encourage the sun out. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. Take a deep breath in. Feel your spine lengthening, your lungs expanding. Exhale, grounding through the feet, connecting with the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up and arch back a little if you can. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands together, bow forward, soften your knees. Bring your hands all the way to the ground. Fold in. Inhale, lengthen your spine a little forward and step your right foot back. Drop your right knee to the ground. Hold it here, same through hips. Let's step back into downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down. And the last few weeks we've been doing knees, nose, chin, chest. We're going to just continue with that. So bend your elbows, bring your nose towards the floor, then slide it along to the chin, slide it along to the chest, lower the hips, lift up for cobra, only as high as your back allows. Onto the knees, back to downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, step your left foot forward. And again, you might drop the knees first and help it forward like we did earlier. Sink the hips, lift the chest. Step forward to the top of your mat, so curl your right toes under, spring forward. Hold yourself in. Inhale, rise up. Actually, I'm going to bring myself back a little. Reach up, arch back. Exhale, back to the heart. I'll turn around the other way. Less obstacles. Inhale, reaching up, we do the other side. Exhale, fold forward, bow in. Soften your knees. Step your left foot back, and as you do, just lengthen your spine forward a little bit. Drop the left knee. Hold it here. Now on your next exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward into plank. The shoulders are coming over the wrists, lowering the hips a little. Exhale, drop your knees. Nose, chin, chest, rolling that imaginary ball along the mat. Inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. This time we're inhaling the right foot forward. Dropping the left knee, if it's not already there. Lifting up. Stepping to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up. Soften your knees as much as you need to rise up, especially if you're feeling pulling in your back. Hands to your heart. We'll do one more round of that. So 2 rounds, left and right, right and left. Inhale, reach up, arch back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, knee down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows, nose, chin, chest, hips, lifting to cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. So remember, drop the knees perhaps. Step forward. Stretch. Step up to the top of the mat. On your exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up. Arch back. Hands to the heart. Other side. Inhale up. Exhale, bow in. Left foot back. Right knee bends. Drop the knee to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees. Nose, chin, chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, lift your heart. Step forward. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up. Arch back. Exhale. Closing at the heart. So, I'm going to bring you down to sitting now. So, bring your weight onto your mat. And we're going to just get into an easy cross-leg position, or if you want to bring yourself back into the same kind of seated position you did earlier, we're just going to take a moment to come back to our breath, come back to our intention before we lie down for Shavasana. So, sitting in a cross-leg position, just again allow yourself to sink and settle into the hips. Giving them a little workout there. Nothing like sun salutes where you're combining a bit of movement and a flow to really, let the breathing kind of speed up. Your heart might have, begun to speed up a little bit as well. Your heart rate increased. So just notice it. It's nice to do something active before coming into seated position or lying down. Just it makes you very aware of these systems in the body, these amazing things that your body is doing all the time without us having to think about it or having to instruct it in any way. It all comes naturally. So take a moment to be mindful of it. Notice, appreciate, be grateful. Watch as your breathing starts to settle again. Maybe watch as your body starts to relax a little bit. Let the shoulders relax back if that's not already naturally happening. Sometimes we do need to instruct a little bit in terms of our kind of postural holding patterns, things that we do out of habit, not always good. So slouching and rounding forward, letting the shoulders slouch in and roll in is something we might need to correct. But certainly for me, I have to remind myself of my shoulders. And we're just going to do another few rounds of our Nadi Shodhana again, just to bring us back to the breath, bring us back into balance, and then we'll lie down for Shavasana. So bring your right hand back into position with the first two fingers resting on the eyebrow center, the thumb resting by the right nostril, and your ring finger resting by your left nostril. So just let them hover there, rest against your cheeks or beside the nose. And then we'll take a deep breath in. Close your right nostril, breathe out through your left.
Breathe in through your left and out through your right. In right, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left. And we'll just do one more round in left, out right, in right, out left. And release your hand. Take just a moment to breathe naturally through both nostrils. And just bring yourself down onto your back for Shavasana, our final pose of the day. So lying yourself down, letting your legs spread out and your toes flop out, and feel that action, so starting at the feet but rolling out from the hips, and just feel that relaxation into the hips. Letting your back rest into the mat, letting your shoulders fall back naturally. So, we're up, we're trying to kind of roll the shoulders back, but here, let the shoulders fall back towards the floor. And to assist that action, turn your palms up to face the ceiling with your arms just lying down by your sides, a little space between your arms and your body. Like find your fingers kind of curling naturally in a relaxed way. Let that happen. Let the muscles of your face soften. So actually just for a moment, let's stretch into the face. Just become aware of those muscles, because it's not something that we do in our practice very much. So let's open our mouths really wide. Stretch like a big yawn. And then exhale to release. Let's scrunch our face up. So all the muscles, like the eyes scrunching in, the shoulder, the forehead scrunching in, cheeks, everything. Hold it. And then exhale, soften. And then just close your eyes and let your eyes kind of sink into their sockets. Let the skin on your scalp relax. And the muscles and connective tissue around the temples, your hairline, all of that area around the jaws. Let it all soften. Taking a few more breaths just to sink into position. And staying aware of your breath. Now as you rest, stay aware rather than getting to the to-do list. Let them go. If you find yourself doing that naturally, that's okay too. Don't berate yourself, don't beat yourself up. We're not going to do that today, are we? We're going to be kind
acknowledge our feelings, our thoughts. Come back to the breath as often as we can today. Becoming aware of what we're doing, when we're doing it, why we're doing it. A mindful day, mindful Tuesday. So I'm going to leave you here to let you rest for as long as you can allow yourself to. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed practice. Continue to rest. Continue to be mindful. Namaste.